Hey y'all, it's Day. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for us today. Very much looking forward to it. But I also want to come on here and I was just thinking about this video that I seen about DJ Mustard saying that he sent Kendrick Lamar like probably about 100 songs over a span of time or like tracks, beats. And I think he said that he never used any of them. But I'm just imagining sending someone that much of my work and they finally used it and it's used at the Super Bowl. Like what? And that reminded me of kind of like our personal journeys, our goals, our ambitions, our passions, the things that light us up, that things that we would like to experience, and how life is kind of like that. Just kind of like you're supposed to build your craft, find your passion, read those things, research, explore whatever that is for you, and just really enjoy life. A lot of times we have so many goals and landmarkers and things that we want to happen or to make happen that we forget to enjoy the day to day, the mundane. And that's what this, I think it was a lunar eclipse in Virgo we just had on the 13th or the 14th, is reminding us of like it's in the details. Sometimes to be meticulous or to get things done, we actually have to slow down in order to do it any respect. And also, I wanted to talk about this. I was getting yesterday that another part of the lunar eclipse in Virgo that just happened on March 13th or 14th was like, um, it was giving this energy of like, check your oil, or change your oil, clean up your space, or declutter right now is very beneficial, very important. And also, another aspect that this is coming out is recently I went to the grocery store and I haven't gotten any rosemary or fresh sage in a while. And I happened to come across it and I was like, oh yes, like this is my chance to get some rosemary. I wanted some fresh sage as well, but all they had was rosemary. And I've been wanting to do a tea rinse on my head for such a long time. So I got a few of the twigs of rosemary and I put it in a pot over the stove for about 7 to 10 minutes. And I just let that simmer and the aroma from it, it cleansed the whole house, bruh. It cleansed the whole space, the whole atmosphere. And I knew this space needed to be cleansed out, but I didn't know exactly what it needed. I just been using different things like incense, which I know is not, incense is really great for the bathroom, but it's, unless you're getting the good stuff, like it's handmade, handcrafted, and it has real herbs in it, which I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I know like some of the incense are named after like frankincense, myrrh, and I've seen sage and rosemary, but they're still like commercialized. But I've seen some on Etsy that are like really seem potent and used with herbs like incense should be. Side note, I've been using that to cleanse the space as much as I could, and it helps. It definitely helps, but it's just not because I got it from Walmart. So that's what I'm saying. If you're getting it from most likely any other store, especially a holistic store, you could probably find some good quality incense. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, I got me some fresh rosemary. I boiled that, cleansed the whole house. Like I don't know what it was, but it was, and it's cleansed. So I'm gonna do it again today. And I use the water for a tea rinse over my head. After I shampooed and after I took my entire shower, then I poured the rosemary on my scalp, in my hair, or throughout my hair and throughout my body as much as I could, but I didn't make as much as I needed to do everything. Like, I only had a little bit of rosemary tea to pour on my feet. So that's why I'm doing it again today, and I'm going to make a little bit more than I did yesterday um, for those purposes, because I was like, yes, that was so effective. It was so effective. So, but then also I have a few of the um, a few of the rosemary twigs that I set outside in the sun because I want them to be able to dry so that I can burn them. So that's already 3 different ways that I've used the rosemary to cleanse my space, my house, my physical body, and soon the air. I'll be able to use that too because it has antiseptic properties. It's just so cleansing and it's so perfect for this season. That's why I'm telling you guys all of this. I was so hyped about rosemary. Okay, and then the other thing is I took another part of the rosemary fresh. I didn't boil it, and I just put it in my water bottle. And I left it in overnight. But this was actually the remaining that I had. So the other thing is, like, be careful. I don't want you to choke putting rosemary in your water bottle. Practice safety. Definitely filter it out. Use a net or something to get all the rosemary out before giving it to your babies, yourself included. Yeah, but there's so many uses to rosemary, and I'm so happy that it's in my life. And I forgot how much I needed it. For real. I needed rosemary so bad. Did not even realize it. So that's definitely giving Virgo vibes. And I'm gonna make a write-up about all of this anyway. I am. And then I came across a video about rosemary, and it's so interesting because, like, I didn't even like Google anything about rosemary. It just, I guess, oh, someone sent it to me. And he was saying that you can use it to mop your floors as well. I know you can make a spray with it. It's supposed to keep bugs away as well. And it's about to be summertime. So, yes, all of that. Rosemary, y'all. Rosemary, I promise you. Rosemary. Yeah, and when I drank the water with rosemary in it, if the water felt very electrifying. So yeah, highly recommend. But I'm going to go ahead and do a reading. I hope you guys um, enjoyed that. If you're new here, I usually don't start my videos like that. I usually just get right into it. But I just felt like you guys needed to know because I'm letting my clients know. I was actually brainstorming what I was going to put in the email for my client. And I was like, I got to talk about rosemary. Like, I really got to tell her about rosemary. So, yeah. That actually inspired me to talk about it in the opening of this video. But let's go ahead and get started. I also want to share with you guys because half of the stuff that I was talking about here I was going to talk to you guys about anyway, and I just got flooded with all the uses of rosemary because it all applies to what I wanted to talk to you guys about anyway. So, but at the end of the day, I don't know what this reading is about. So, we'll just get into the reading and then follow the vibes. See if it all comes full circle. Thank you, angels, guides, ancestors, God, God source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect me as I walk my path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm kind of hungry too, but I don't feel like making anything. Okay, angels, guides, ancestors, God, God, source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry if you could hear my stomach. Okay, so the first thing we have is the Nine of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. We have the Hierophant in reverse underneath the Nine of Cups. And we have the Six of Cups in reverse underneath the Knight of Swords. Damn, my stomach is really... Okay, so I'm not entirely sure, but with this Hierophant in reverse, it does look like some sage, bruh. And there is this energy of being authentic. I was hearing commercialized as well, and it was making me feel like, but there was a reference to people or us, and it's like we or some of us have a commercialized version of ourselves that is like I'm hearing watered down or just makes you more palatable for people, or like you yourself are measuring how much of yourself that others can or cannot take is kind of the energy. And spiritual team is kind of like, don't do that. Don't try to measure for other people what other people can handle. Don't do that. And in regards to you, yourself, your personality, you are this sage, literally and figuratively, and you act as sage. Um, so, and I'm hearing your spirit. So there is this energy of like, you know how they say, I don't know, it's just something about who you are, the way that you are, whoever you are authentically. It is its own protection. Like it wards out off people that don't need to be around you. And it's like, although it can be offensive, it within itself is not offensive in reference to you. So it's like, even though others could be offended by you, you yourself are not offensive, but they just can't stay in this area. And with that energy, there's like this energy of like others. You know how sometimes you can ward off people or turn people off or something where it actually creates irritation for that other person. The way this energy is coming through, as spiritual team is referencing whoever this reading is for, it's like you have some kind of way about you, the way that you are authentically, that it keeps away people that are not meant to be around you. And it's like you ward off people, but they're not necessarily alerted by it, or they don't necessarily think it's you, or they don't take offense to it. So it's definitely giving this preventative uh, type of energy. So it's kind of like, if you keep your place clean, you won't have rodents, or or you keep your mouth clean, you won't have bacteria or cavities that build up. If you eat alkaline food, cancers can't survive. It's that type of like preventative maintenance, and it's kind of embedded in lifestyle, or it's just a part of who you are. And that's the energy that this sage in reverse, or this hierophant in reverse, is giving. That's also the energy of the rosemary as well. I was talking to my cousin about that, and she was telling me that she has rosemary plants in her backyard because it keeps away bugs out of her garden. And I was telling her that I was going to make a spray out of it. And I was asking her, is it effective at keeping bugs away? So it's just kind of like, it's that type of energy. And I'm hearing spirit again. So this is in reference to whoever this reading is for. Spiritual team is saying, like, when you are yourself, when you're authentic, when you're not pulling it or tugging on other people's energy, and also not allowing others to pull and tug on yours. When you're being yourself, you're being authentic. Certain people are just not going to be around you as much, and some people will. And they also want you to know that, like, if that happens, just know that it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's actually a positive thing. The Knight of Swords in reverse and the Six of Cups. Let's see. Spiritual team wants us to feel good about ourselves as well with this Nine of Cups in reverse. Whatever good qualities it is that you have, you hold, that you feel, that you want to experience, like, express them more and more and more and more. Like, appreciate them more and more and more. Give to yourself more and more. All the things. Everything that you love about yourself, like, amplify it. Pay more attention to it. appreciate it, learn how to appreciate yourself more. Heavy, 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 heavy right now. Then we have King of Coins falling out upright on top of this Knight of Swords, which came out in reverse, and the Six of Cups, which also came out in reverse. And I wasn't entirely sure what they were even saying, but we have the King of Coins falling out on top of that, so I'm hearing I am, I am, I am. So yeah, spiritual team, this came up in the last reading that I did as well, and I'm not sure if I'm going to share it or not, because I think it was, I don't know. It was talking about our thoughts, our the things that we say to ourselves and how we think of ourselves, how we talk about our circumstances is still very important right now. About 4 months ago, I did a reading that was just like spiritual team was like hold your vision, like hold your higher ideals for yourself. Um, like state what it is that you want for yourself. Like hold the highest perspective, believe in yourself, believe in your circumstance. Um, be aware of how how your thoughts um, be aware that your thoughts are a form of mobility, that you can move even when you're not moving with your thoughts. Oh yeah, definitely highly recommend I Understood, AYANDASTOOD. Um, I got an email from her by signing up for whatever her newsletter, and it was so beautiful. Highly recommend you get that email and follow her channel. Her channel is amazing. Um, but one part of her email said something about like she was talking about our imagination and how important our imagination is. And she said, imagining allows us to be in rooms before we're actually in the room. Like allowing yourself to dream or hold that higher vision for who you are, who you want to be, where you want to be in life, really do those count as steps towards anything. And so with the King of Coins coming out on top of this Knight of Swords, which came out in reverse, spiritual team is saying like definitely be mindful of your thoughts, know how far that they can go. Because in the last reading was talking about someone, they're gifted with their third eye, they're gifted with their vision, and they can go very far and they're meant to do so much. But spiritual team says that they're going fast but in the wrong direction, and they just think negatively and speak negatively about themselves and their circumstances all the time. And the things like they actually believe, like for example, if they say like they think they're ugly, like they truly believe that they're ugly. And spiritual team was saying that it's so bad that it's not just like a thought or an opinion, like it's a belief and they truly believe it. And spiritual team was saying that the things that this person specifically, whoever that reading was for, believes is like very strong. And they're saying if only like you could believe the opposite, um, it would just really change your life. That was the message, and I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to share this or not. It just lately, the last 3 readings that I did, they've been seeming really like I'm reaching for strands. Like it's getting a little woo woo, even for me. And I hate that word. Like I hate when people say that. It's a little woo woo because like I'm literally that. I'm literally that. So I hate to use that word. But yeah, lately these readings have been like, do I want to say this? But I said all of that to say, with the King of Coins coming out on top of your thoughts, spiritual team is saying, like, there's nothing more real than your imagination. There's nothing more real than your thoughts. There is nothing more real than your self-concept. That is really the motor. That's what they're saying, and I'm just like, ah! I mean, I know they've been saying that, but like, really to this degree, it's getting very, it's like the metaphysical and the physical is like really like intertwining. And I love that for me because that is my whole message. That is my whole message. And I need to write that down also. Because I've been wanting to do this series that of why it's magical and why it's not, basically, when it comes to spirituality, like how like people don't understand how mundane it is, and even witchcraft, how mundane it is. Like people think that because they didn't um, gather up a whole bunch of herbs that they may or may not be able to pronounce, and they don't have potions, that they're not sending evil eye to someone, or they're not bad mouthing someone, or they're not sending them negative energy. Like, y'all been doing this, and y'all thought that because you weren't doing it and it didn't look a certain way, that that's not what it was. But now we're stepping into this season where we can see clearly now, which is why I'm recommending y'all to get rosemary. Because rosemary is going to clean all that shit out. That's the energy, and that is this past lunar eclipse in Virgo that we just had. Or solar eclipse, because I know we're having another one. I think it was lunar though, but like, y'all. And spiritual team was like, this is so potent. This is so important. This is so, like, your thoughts are going to manifest into everything. So just make sure that what you're only thinking about what you want to manifest on some Make sure you're keeping your vibration high right now. It's the new year. It's the real new year, you guys. It was March 15th, basically, because I've been keeping track of certain things that have been happening. Like, I took note of when this particular bumblebee that have seen here before came out, and it was like March 12th. I think it was March 14th that they came out. I was like, oh, okay, like, welcome back. What else did I notice? I noticed this tree. I always connect with how these trees and plants and flowers, the blooming process, not necessarily talking to them or anything, but this tree behind me, it turned white. Like all the flowers on it, it turned white. But the funny thing about this tree is, like, it only stays for like a week tops. So it, like, this certain flower will bloom on this tree, and the whole tree will turn white, and it lasts for like 6 days or something. It has to be like 6 days, and then it turned green. It was amazing, you guys. It was beautiful. So I was like, yes, this is the new year. And it was like March 14th or somewhere around there, March 15th. But anyways, so this is technically the new year. So you guys, if you want to set intentions, right now would be a good time. It's a great time to be optimistic. It's a great time to clean. It's a great time to declutter. It's a great time to start something new as well. I know there's other transits going on right now because I've been watching some astrology videos, and I know Venus is retrograde and Mercury is retrograde, but it's still a good time to research, to think, and to get rid of old things, to get rid of stagnant energy. Yeah, so it's a good time for welcoming new things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, also I realized on that video that I had a corner. I was just like, it's okay. Hopefully you guys get the message if I still post it. Angels, guides, ancestors, God, source, and benevolent energies of sin, truth, and love. But with the Nine of Cups, is you valuing yourself more with this Nine of Cups, which came out above the Hierophant in reverse. Spiritual team is like you're warding off people, but before you really get into it, we just don't want you to think that it's you or something's wrong with you or that you're weird. It's just like you're just being more authentic now. You're being yourself. So don't be distracted by others' reactions to you. Allow your natural aura to do what it's doing. Like, yeah, just remember that. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. It's you. It's you. It's always been you. That's the energy with this Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant knows thyself. The Hierophant knows thyself. And so I hope this past winter that you guys have used your time wisely and really took some time to do some deep self-reflection and figured out what your values are. What do you value in life in regards to anything that you're doing? Anything that's taking up your time, anything that you're pouring into. I love this thing I've been using more that it says I came across and it was like you're allowed to ask how does this benefit you? You're allowed to ask how does this relationship benefit you? Like you're allowed to consider what are you getting out of things? And as someone that used to be a people pleaser, I was like, yeah, like I always want to be that person. And then when I grew from that, I was talking to someone else that was just like, I'm not one of these people that are just like, you have to do this for me or you have to do that for me. I don't have high requirements or high standards for men that just like make them, feel like they have to do this and they have to do that. I don't understand why I'm not getting X, Y, and Z. And then I seen another post. I'm going to reshare it, but it's like way deep into the beginning of my Instagram on my new page, day_royale. It was like I forgot what the word verbiage was, but it was like y'all be saying I really don't be asking for too much and then wonder why y'all don't have anything. So it's kind of like on that closed mouths don't get fed type ish. But yeah, someone that I was talking to, like they were afraid of being perceived as high maintenance, and that since I kind of like been growing and learning to ask for more, to expect more, to hold myself at a higher standard in a way that I never did before, which for me it has come in the form of like sharing or giving of my attention, of my services, of myself. Like I'm just learning how to value myself in different ways and I love that for me. I love that for me. So, yeah. Um yeah, so she was like, y'all be saying y'all really don't be asking for too much and then we wonder why you don't have anything. So ask for everything. Like, make yourself a little bit more uncomfortable when it comes to asking for what you really want. So it's like, yeah, just do that for yourself. You will thank yourself and you'll have something to reflect back on. Require a little bit more. Angels, guides. Yes, that's definitely lunar eclipse in Virgo. Expect a little bit more from others. Like maybe you're just someone like, I'm not nitpicky like everybody else. This person should be grateful. No, maybe you need to be a little bit more nitpicky. And then this came up too in the reading previous to this one, I think. It came up where someone was like, you a choosy ass nigga. You always been a choosy ass nigga. Like, and spiritual team was like, get choosy, get choosy. Yeah, yeah. Love that. I love that for us. Angels, guides, ancestors, guide us, source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah. I was trying to see, is this sad? Is it sad? Is it sad? That's how I was feeling when I was looking at this Five of Cups. Because typically, the Five of Cups in reverse can represent a misfortune, I'm hearing, um, poverty, low standards, I'm hearing, um, low quality mindset, I'm hearing. And it came out in reverse, and I was feeling into the energy, and I'm like, is it sad? It's not. Do you guys know what this energy is? This energy is us releasing any self doubt, any inner conflict, past identities as well. That's something that I realized as well. And you guys, I made a decision. And I've heard this before and it sounded so corny, but I've adopted it. Period. I love that for me. And this is sometimes when you say affirmation, sometimes the affirmation will be too airy for you, like you can't really grasp it. So it's okay to know what level you are on when you're trying to get into affirmations. So everybody out the gate is not going to be able to say I am love. The fuck? What? Not everybody's gonna be able to grasp that. So sometimes like even I am enough, like I could not grasp that for a long time. I'm not sure if I still can. I think I just realized I could grasp it today, but I'm not sure. I have to check. um what's it called? Any affirmation. So just make sure that affirmations like actually resonate with you. You can tweak them, you can change them, you can make your own. They don't have to make sense. Like they can be a little irrational. And I also learned that negative affirmations are just as important as the positive ones. So I am hurt, because sometimes that's the link for why people are not able to grasp affirmations as well. Maybe they can't say I am anything positive, but the link between saying something positive and be staying in the rut or the depression that you're in right now is just saying like you want something. So I want to be something, I want to experience something, I want to feel something. Or it could be acknowledgement. I am hurt, I am hurt, I am hurt. Or I am disgusted, I am disgusted. Sometimes you need to be able to affirm that for people that have not been acknowledged or validated. Sometimes it's that deep, and then you have to work up to the affirmations and the validations. So, love that for us. With the Five of Cups coming out, I was like, is this sad? Like, I felt like how I have heard described people that have experienced near death experiences, or no, out of body experiences, how they weren't connecting at first, that the body that they were looking at was them. At first they were just like acknowledging the body as if it was like someone else, like they felt that detached from it. um and so this is how I was feeling when I was viewing the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is representing spilled milk in the traditional tarot. There's 5 cups, and 2 of them, and I think I've seen sometimes 3 of them have spilt over. So crying over spilled milk, and how you can just be so consumed by what you have lost, you're not realizing, acknowledging, appreciating, integrating what it is that you already have. And sometimes the 5 of Cups as a whole can represent just not being present. In the traditional tarot, 2 homeless people are walking past a church, but the church has the lights on in the house, and it's supposed to represent that they could actually go into the church to seek shelter, but because they're so consumed by the frigid air, if you guys have ever taken a cold shower, you cannot think about anything else but the fact that you are freezing. So it really depicts how we can be so lost in what we're going through that we can't think, imagine anything else. So spiritual team is probably coming through to acknowledge that. And as I put this down, it's coming out in the choice point position now. So spiritual team is just saying, like, understanding it's a choice. My mouth's so dry. Understanding that we are making a choice. And this is the second time, so now I have to post that video that I wasn't sure if I was going to post or not, because it's coming through the same way as a previous message came through. It was like the first message was so abstract that I didn't know if I was going to share it or not. And then I think I ended up sharing it. And this reading, it a lot of the points that are coming out now came through in that reading, but it was kind of like, I don't know, it's a little woo, it's a little woo. But this reading is coming through more tangibly. And that in itself is spiritual team really trying to depict to me and help me to realize how things actually do manifest. Sometimes it just feels so elusive, like you can't just quite catch it. And they're trying to give me the link. They're trying to help me understand the link. So sometimes you may have to go over things again in order to. That's what the Virgo energy is. It's the energy of sweeping. Sometimes you might have to go over it more than once. It's a delicate process, I'm hearing. Attention to detail, being more mindful of what you're doing. And then I'm also getting this energy of like ceremonial. I'm also getting like this ceremonial spiritual work type of energy, like being at the altar. And it's also giving me this energy of those people that I say those people that like participate in, I'm hearing candle work, I'm hearing altar work, I'm getting ancestor work, spirituality work, even deity work. I'm getting like people that have spiritual practice related to devotion. I'm getting that type of energy with Virgo. So there's this attention to detail, holiness, and cleanliness and intention. And I'm hearing myrrh, frankincense. That's the energy. So spiritual team is definitely ready to clean house for anybody that is drawn to that type of energy, that type of work, or looking for ways to invite space. That is a huge part of being able to imagine. Spiritual team is trying to bring to our attention that a part of imagining is this. You have to have the ability to create space for it. Imagining is to create space. And I'm hearing the word invitation. So it's a way for you to set an invitation, and it's a way for spiritual team to set intention or bring an invitation. Why can't I say invitation? Invitation. Yeah, so 5 of Cups. All of that I just said in relation to personal identity, what I was trying to say earlier is that I made a decision earlier this season, coming into the season at towards the end of winter that I was going to change my identity. And my identity is that I am a happy person. It's been I am a happy girl. So I have decided that I'm going to be a happy girl. And that's something that I haven't been for a long time. I've definitely had a lot of moments where I have been happy, but that's exactly what it felt like just moments of happiness. But I want to be happy like all the time. I want that to be a part of my identity, that I am happy. And also for the last year and a half, I want to say, I've been wanting to get a tattoo on my collarbone. And it's so weird because I felt, even though I've been wanting that this tattoo for a long time, I haven't been able to get it financially because I've been prioritizing other things. But eventually, hopefully this summer, I'll be able to get it. And something that I'm noticing about it is I never articulated it, but I felt this divide between who I am right now and the tattoo that I want to get. And a part of that feeling that I feel like has been separate from me, my personal identity and how I feel, is the happiness that the said tattoo I feel like will help me identify. And I think that that was very interesting. So now, just recently, I would say in the last 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, I've started affirming for myself this new identity that I want to take on, which is that I am a happy girl. And I feel like that was the missing piece to the embodiment of this tattoo that I want to get. So, love that for me, just realizing that now. And I think that that's also funny because the the tattoo itself in its physical form is this color, or has this color in it prominently. So love that for me, that I have that in my vicinity. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actively bringing that in. I'm actively bringing that type of energy in. So when the Five of Cups is coming out, spiritual team is like, sweep that shit out. Like, you don't have to feel that way. And I was feeling detached from it. So old personal traumas, whatever, like you were a sad girl, or you're a angry woman, you're an angry black woman, you're a um what are some other stereotypes, because I want to bring in other races as well for anybody who's watching, but I don't want to offend anybody also. So whatever that is for you, that's like a stereotype or some kind of emotion or something that you've taken on, and spiritual team is saying like you have the right, I'm hearing, to change that if you want to. If you want to. Love that for you. Angels, guides, ancestors, God, source, and benevolent energies that stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. I love this deck. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love how this deck is coming out. I mean, like the purpose that it's coming out for. I used to be so scared of this deck. Oh my gosh. Not scared of it because it's scary, scared of it because it was intimidating. So we have the Insomnia Tarot. Love this deck. It's giving realism. Okay, so we have the High Priestess in reverse, and the High Priestess came out in the choice point position in the reading that I will post prior to this one that I was talking about, that was like, no, actually I'm going to post this one first and then I post that one afterward. I'm going to post it in the order that it came, which is the one that is a little bit more concrete, and then you'll understand the one that's a little bit more abstract, because that's how I understood it. So we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess came out in the previous reading to this one, in the choice point position, and it was saying that Like there's this inner authority that we're meant to take on, to take initiative with. And spiritual team was saying that they trust our judgment. The fuck? Like, if our spiritual team trusts our judgment, who else is supposed to say anything about it, honestly and truly? Like, what? I, that's the thing. That's the thing that really be pissing me off about religions, because it just be so, you be so in a box for no reason at all. And the people or the things that are really for you empower you. They don't make you feel succumbed. So we have judgment card coming out upright. And we talked about um, spiritual team said in that reading to make the call, to call it. They said call it, like you make the judgment. You get to decide what you want to do in the direction that you're going in your life, and that we trust your judgment. We trust your calling. Then we have the Four of Coins coming out solid, solid. Spiritual team has your back. Your I heard something understood. Like they say, like you're spiritually understood or you're physically understood. So spiritual team is coming through to say like they understand your actions. They understand your physicality. They understand why you move the way that you move. Then we have the Five of Swords coming out on top of the Four of Coins. Period. So spiritual team saying that they understand, they respect our gangster. Shop. Why? Why does spiritual team understand our gangster? Then we have the Ten of Coins coming out in reverse. Okay, what's that about? I'm hearing maturity. I'm hearing relevant. Eight of Wands in reverse. And we have the Hangman in reverse. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Wands in reverse. Dang. Yeah, so spiritual team is definitely supporting this spiritual solitude. Yes, love that. So there's this spiritual solitude. Spiritual team is saying that we're gonna go undercover, not undercover. We're gonna go in hermit mode, but it's gonna be in public. So basically, we're just gonna learn how to be ourselves. We're still cloaked, I'm hearing, in public as we walk, as we interact with others, as we're doing our daily things. So we have the Hierophant. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. This is you being curious about yourself. I'm hearing intuitive as well. So it's like you don't abandon yourself. You do not abandon yourself in public settings, in public outings. And then we had the Eight of Wands came out in reverse. Like I was seeing like a decision making. There's a decision that is going to have to be made. And with the Ten of Coins, this is like, it's like we can lose everything that we kind of worked for or built for ourselves because we've been watering our own plants and like building something. If you've been proactive during the winter time about your self-love, your self-care, your self-reflection, but Some of us are not gonna hold on to it. So some of us have been isolated these past few months, and so because of that, like uh certain aspects, like if we were a tree, we would have things like about to bud, about to blossom, and it's fitting because we're in the spring era right now. We're about to go into summertime. So some people have things that have budded from the winter. And yeah, but it's like some people have went into hermit mode and learned some things, but they have not just anchored into their value very well just yet. They're not completely rooted. There are some loose ends with this Virgo lunar eclipse that just happened. So one good storm could like wash that away. So to be mindful of that. So in the integrity of things is very important. That's why spiritual team is like clean the house, clean your house, declutter, floss, wellness check, go to the doctor, change your oil, all the things. Cross your T's, dot your I's. But more so like clean all this stuff out so that you can continue to do that, keep that wave up. Um a lot I was getting earlier that in some way or another we are all right now or have already gotten kind of like results are in type of thing. Like results are in, this is how you're doing. Okay, this is what's really going on right now. Like there's a slight little reality check. So depending on how you interpret that, that's what's going on right now. And the way it was coming through, even though I'm saying it like that, I'm saying it like with this tone, it didn't come through in a negative way. But I felt the need to say that for people that have been unaware of that. But I'm not necessarily getting that the results are bad, but there may be some things that need to be tweaked, or there is this understanding of your trajectory as well. So everybody's getting the opportunity to decide, to realize on, okay, where actually do I want to be? Is that going to be good enough for me long term? This is long term. Okay, in the other reading that I got previous to this one, something came up saying like, uh, get clear about if you're offering services or you're doing any work for someone. um, get clear about what your prices are. Get clear about what it is that you want to get paid. Um, Clean up any loose ends. Revamp that resume. Be able to articulate who it is that you are and what you're doing, where you're wanting to go in life, because someone is going to ask you something or someone's going to offer you something, or there may be this interaction that where you will be given the opportunity to state what it is that you want for your services, what you want for yourself, like what your expectations are. This may be a relationship as well. It could be anything, literally. Um, and to know what that is and to know if that is something that you're going to be okay with long term. They want you to say like, is this something that you want? Like, is this going to be okay a year from now? And the example that came through was like someone being asked, how much do you do this for? And they say that price, and then the person's like, yes, I want this right now. And they answered so quickly that it kind of made that person in the scenario that was coming through think or wonder, could I have asked for more? So that energy is coming through. So like, know your worth, know your value. I think I put it back in the shuffle. Here it is. The Nine of Cups came out earlier in the reading, and that was the energy. It's kind of like, do you value yourself? Have you fully integrated your self-worth? Have you? Some of us haven't. There's some loose ends that we need to tie, or we need to fully understand or go through the motions of feeling what it would feel like to be valued. What would it feel like for me to feel valued? What is the feeling of experiencing being valued effortlessly? What would it feel like to get exactly what I deserve? Kendrick Lamar's I Deserve It All. I deserve it all. Yeah, so definitely inviting spaciousness is going to be very beneficial right now. And I think earlier the Lovers card, yeah, I was shuffling it, peeked out, and the Lovers was shuffling in reverse, but it's actually coming out upright, and the Fool card. So the Lovers card coming out right next to the Fool card, and both of them came out upright. Are you serious? Yes, inviting new in, free falling, intentionally. What's the name of that song? What's the name of the song? Dang. I want to recommend a song to y'all by Deontay Hitchcock. And I can't think of the name. But it's in his top on Spotify, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I love that. So that is a true relationship. That's a real relationship. That Fool card and the Lovers card, that's like allowing your energy to be what it is. That's your energy. That is your energy. The Lovers card and the Fool card. I don't know why I put it back in the shuffle. That repellent sage energy that we were talking about earlier, it's just you being authentic, you being yourself, you allowing yourself to take up space, you not being a people pleaser, you not overextending yourself, not giving people's opinions too much weight, you doing it for the experience, you prioritizing your experience in every situation. That's that energy. That's the rosemary energy. It's cleaning out house. We have the Page of Wands, doing it for yourself, setting intention. This is the start, this is the beginning of you allowing your happy and forever. There's like this aspect of yourself through this practice that you will always carry with you. And that's going to just bring in a whole different type of experience and lifestyle. Love that for you. Love that for you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out the link in the comment section below. You can book a consultation with me, and you can contribute to my reading in many ways. You can also learn more about my readings there as well. So yeah, love that for you. Bye.